Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my last look for Halloweek. I hope you're not too scared. If you're interested in knowing how I did this look, keep on watching. I started out by tracing where I plan to put the wounds. Then I applied spirit gum to where I am about to put the scar wax, one wound at a time. Then I took a small piece of scar wax and molded it into a straightish line. Pretend that you're doing small worms with Play-Doh. Stick the worm of wax onto where we put the spirit gum earlier and shape it accordingly. Now, use something sturdy and flat, like the back of a tweezers, and flatten the outer lining of the wound to your skin. Leave the inner lining thick as we need it to look elevated from the skin. I am going to create some teeth, so I started by doing a brief drawing of where to put the teeth and covered the drawing with spirit gum. With a small bead of scar wax, I formed something that looks like a teeth and stuck them to the spirit gum. I'm not going to lie, these were a little tricky to stay stuck. But with some pressure and patience, I did it. I kept putting on teeth until I filled the gaps. I am going to repeat the same process for the other two wounds. You can lift a bit the edge of some areas to make the wound look deeper. Just make sure not to go too far so it won't break apart. Adding some foundation, to be honest, foundation is optional for this look. I am now going to start adding color using a face painting palette. I am starting with red in the middle, especially the one on the forehead, as that one is not deep. Then, placing the black just under the scar wax, this will create a shadow and makes the wound look realistic. Blended it with a blending brush, and before it gets too dark, I am placing some yellow where the forehead bone would be. And used tapping motions with my finger to blend. Again, I added some white this time for more intensity and blended with my finger in tapping motions. For the nose, again, I started by lining under the wax with black. I just used a bigger brush to cover more area. So the idea of this wound was that half the nose is gone, and that's why I painted all black. I used the previously red tinted brush to get that deep red color. Moving on to the biggest wound, I basically filled it with black as it's deep. Don't worry if around the teeth is not filled, it will be filled with fake blood later. I then added some white paint to the teeth and a little on the gum area. Before we add blood, I want to add color to the skin. I started with green on my eyelids and around my eyes in a very messy application. Yellow under my eyes and on the sides. Some white on the highest point of the cheekbones and some red and blue, purple, under the cheekbone that I just made. All faded in a circular motion around the temples, with red and yellow, orange, around the head wound and on the eyebrows and on the nose bone, and as you can see, on most areas, my face is looking a little red, a little bruised. I am adding deep purple on my lips and defining my cheekbone, at least the one I still have. I also made a skinnier looking jawline, and as you can see, I am being very dramatic about it. I added white to enhance the jawbone and also added some highlights where I wanted to pop out more. I also darkened my nose and under my eyes. At this point, I have no idea what color I have on my brush. Is it purple? Is it red, blue, black, brown? I darkened my lips more, and I also put the product in my mouth and teeth, which I regret doing and definitely don't recommend. It didn't taste good at all. Eat some Oreos instead. White contact lenses makes a huge difference in this makeup. So next step is fake blood. I poured a bit into a small jar and I am dipping my brush in it and placing it where needed. I don't really intend to do dripping blood, as by now the zombie blood has mostly dried up and the fresh blood is probably from her meal. Yuck. So a lot is going around her mouth and splattered a bit around the wounds to make them look real. I added some corn flour to thicken the fake blood. It needs to be into a paste consistency. You can also add some black to darken it. And with this, it will create dried up pieces of blood, tissue, and brains. Just be messy with it. One tip is to avoid getting it in your eyes, as it stings like a mother.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this look. If you did like it, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for my next looks. This is the final look for Halloween, but I will be doing other transformation looks that I don't want you to miss. Be safe, don't do anything stupid, just have fun, okay? Happy Halloween, guys. Bye!